thing is with Hermes bags is that they're really expensive, which is why I don't always suggest them for your first designer bag. Like sometimes when you're first starting out with luxury, you don't want, you know, you just wouldn't want to buy something like that. You're just like, what's that bag? Like, it's just a blue bag. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. I wanted to talk about today the best first designer bags to buy. Now, when I started buying designer bags, I started buying vintage first. So vintage Chanel, vintage Louis Vuitton, you know, early 2000s Louis Vuitton. And it wasn't until, I would say, in my late 20s that I started buying like new bags from the boutique. And one of my first like fresh from boutique bags was probably a Laurent bag. When you're starting out buying luxury, everyone's luxury journey is different, I suppose. Like maybe you'll start out and just buy a Birkin straight off the bat. But I know for me, I don't know, maybe that would have been a good idea to do, to just buy Hermes from the beginning, because I find that Hermes is really good quality. However, I do sometimes miss having, you know, more variety. I think when you're first starting out to buy designer bags, if you're like in your 20s, I think you might buy different bags comparing to if you're in your 40s or 50s. You might have a different preference, and if you're in your 40s or your 50s, you might have more of a sense of knowing like what you want as well. I just feel like these are like very first designer bags, so I thought I'd just talk about them today. Now, the first bag that I really miss having in my collection is the Louis Vuitton Speedy 20, and I just think that this would be a really nice first designer bag. Yes, Louis Vuitton has gone up in price a lot, but I still feel like the Speedy 20 is not like a crazy price like a Chanel Classic flap or something. And the Speedy 20, you know, it's got that iconic monogram canvas, which not everybody loves, but I think when you're first buying designer bags, you want something that has a bit of logo. Like I know personally I loved that about Louis Vuitton, but again, it depends on your style. Like maybe your first designer bag would be a bolide, right? But I just know most people wouldn't want that as their first designer bag. I think they would prefer to go for something a little bit more popular. So I think Speedy 20 is nice. You know, it's a bit of a like, you know, designer flex, and it's really durable. You know, we've got that coated canvas. I think it'd be so cute to take out to brunch or like on the weekends. You could definitely put a cute bag charm on there, a pom-pom. And it's like not too big, not too small. Another good suggestion would probably be Speedy B25. That's also like not too big or too small, but I just feel like Speedy 20 is slightly cuter, and like as a first designer bag, the Speedy 20 is like probably like a lot more younger people would probably prefer that. I can just imagine like putting like a cute toy on there or something, like a little plushie. Yeah, so I think Speedy 20, like I honestly would love to buy one again, but like, I'm trying to be restrictive with how much I spend this year, but yeah, Speedy 20 is probably like the one Louis Vuitton bag I personally miss, and I think it would be a really versatile first designer bag. Similarly, I think Alma BB would be a good first designer bag as well. Price is not too bad for the monogram canvas, but in epi it's also pretty durable. It's pretty similar to like an Hermes Bolide, but Hermes Bolide is so much more expensive than like, you know, a canvas Alma BB, which is why I'm suggesting Alma BB. And a lot more young people prefer the Alma BB, I find, to like an Hermes Bolide, or again, it's just much more popular. Sometimes when you're first buying designer bags, you want things that are popular and like recognizable. Like for me, that's what it was. Like I wanted like a Chanel mini, I wanted like, you know, monogram canvas. So it's just nice to have those things when you're starting out in your luxury collection. And then later down the line, you might, you know, grow to appreciate different things. But it's good to start out, I think, with those like more popular styles. Let me know if you agree, guys. But yeah, I think Alma BB is a pretty safe choice. It's also really durable if you get it in like, you know, damier ebene. Pretty easy to wipe down. But, you know, even a black epi one would be super useful. And if you got like the Speedy 20 and the Alma BB, you could like get matching bag charms for them and like coordinate the bag charms. And yeah, like the Alma BB is a little bit more ladylike, so you could get it in like black epi for evening, and then the Speedy 20 you could get in monogram canvas for like day to day. I just think that that's two really solid first Louis Vuitton bags. And then also going on Louis Vuitton, a really versatile first piece to get, I would say, is a pochette. So whether it's like a multi-pochette or the pochette accessories, or even there's like a new pochette bag with like a little lock down the front. I think anything pochette Louis Vuitton is really nice if you're like in your early 20s, because, or even in your late 20s, or if you still like to party or go out, or like go out to brunch and like hang out with your friends on the weekend. I just think that's really easy grab and go. It's pretty durable. It can take a lot. any little like pochette bag. If you get like an Empreinte multi-pochette, I think that's also a really good option because you can get multiple straps with it. And you can wear it like, you know, casually with like a guitar strap, or you can wear it with a chain for like evening. So yeah, multi-pochette, as much as it's kind of like going out of fashion, I think if you get like a black a black Empreinte version, that's actually quite practical and you could style it a lot of ways. And even if you get sick of the bag later, you can use the pochettes as like makeup holders and like your bigger bags, and it's a pretty safe bet to get something like that. I think like a black pochette, and it still has that little bit of monogram within it, so it's still showing the designer brand. Next, from Saint Laurent, I think Toy Lulu is a really good first designer bag because it's not as expensive as like a Chanel mini, but it's actually quite durable. The leather, it's quite resilient to like, you know, if you're out clubbing, then if you've got a bit of like alcohol in it, you can probably wipe it down. It can kind of dress it up for day to night as well. You could even alternate the strap on it. You could add a chain to it or something creative like that. And your Saint Laurent bags in general are pretty durable, so they do a lot of like good first designer bags. And I know that the Cassandra logo is not everybody's cup of tea, but again, when you're first getting into designer bags, I know a lot of people are drawn to it, which is why I'm suggesting it, and the price is like not too bad for a first designer bag. So yeah, that one as well. Now, from Burberry, they do a mini bowling bag, which I think is a really cutesy first designer bag, and I can imagine like even like someone in their early 20s wearing this. You know, it's got that like Nova check or archive beige check print all over it, which is a very I feel like you either love or hate it, but it's very recognizable. It's very classic Burberry, and to make it a little bit more youthful, you could add the Thomas Bear to it as like a little charm accessory. I mean, that is so cute. And I can just imagine like someone in their 20s, you know, carrying out this bag to brunch, or, you know, out with their girlfriends on the weekend, or, you know, it's quite durable. It's a coated canvas, and you can just wipe it down as well. And it's a little bit cheaper actually compared to the Louis Vuitton. So it's something a little bit different. And, you know, if you like to wear Burberry scarves and outerwear and that sort of thing, you can kind of mix and match, or even like a bucket hat kind of looks cute as like a matching set. So yeah, I think this would be a cute designer bag to have like for your first designer bag. And even Burberry are doing a sling bag at the moment, which is like a little like, it's kind of like a 90s pochette style. I can imagine a lot like young people wearing this as well, because it's a cute little shoulder bag with like the big buckle, good like a little weekend piece, and you know, it's got that coated canvas, so it's pretty durable, and price point is pretty good for a designer bag. So it's in like the $2,000 Australian price range, so it's not going to be, you know, when you're first buying a designer bag, you don't want to spend $10,000, maybe max, you know, $4,000. I mean, even that's expensive. So I would suggest, like, when you're first getting into luxury, like, you know, don't go too crazy at the start, because you'll just get used to spending so much money. I mean, I can't talk, guys, but yeah, I can just think that this Burberry is like a cute little first piece to get. And then from Hermes, yeah, I would say there are some Hermes bags that are good first designer bags. So for me, it would be Picotin 18 in Clermont. I think that's a really durable, easy bag to get in like a fun color. You know, this I've had for maybe like 4 years. How many years? 18, 19, 20, 2, 3, 6 years? Yeah, so I've had this for like 6 years, but this was my first Hermes bag, and I really wish I got it even sooner. Like, I wish this was my first designer bag, because I wear this non-stop and it still looks great for how much I've used it. So if I'm being honest, guys, I would always say it's never going to be a waste to invest in like a really well-made bag. The only thing is with Hermes bags is that they're really expensive, which is why I don't always suggest them for your first designer bag. Like, sometimes when you're first starting out with luxury, you don't want, you know, you just wouldn't want to buy something like that. You're just like, what's that bag? Like, it's just a blue bag. And you want something that shows the brand a little bit more, which is why I'm suggesting like Saint Laurent and, you know, Burberry and Louis Vuitton, because they just, you know, you can recognize them a little bit more. And sometimes, you know, there's a bit of a thrill in that when you first get your designer bag and people are like, oh, love your Louis Vuitton bag. Like, there's just, I don't know, there's just a bit of excitement around that. Yeah, but everybody is different, but I would say Picotin 18 is a really cute first designer bag to get. I would say another really good first designer bag to get is the Herbag, and a lot of you guys might disagree with this one because the opening and closing is really annoying. So I tend to wear it open like this because I just like that deconstructed look, and I love how with the Herbag you can like undo this and take out the bar and then like change the top and the bottom. And you can actually pick up the Herbag for like amazing deals on the pre-loved market as well. And it has a real Kelly vibe. So if you're somebody who like loves luxury for a while and has always wanted like a Kelly, I think this is like a cute option to go for because you can pick it up for great deals. And yeah, you do get used to opening and closing it. Like I just closed it then, but I tend to wear it open because I'm lazy, but I know that's not going to work for everyone. It does have like a little zip at the back too, so you can put your more valuable things back here and put in the front like your scarf or like your sunnies just like in the front, and put like your wallet back here, which is cool. But I know the vintage versions don't always come with a zip. It also comes with like a pochette inside. Let me show you, which is really handy as well. Like, so you could just put your stuff in the pochette and then leave it open. Like that will also be safe in a way. So that's why I don't mind wearing it open, and I think it has like a really trendy, cool vibe, because I know at the moment, like if you look at like the Balenciaga rodeo bag, which I'm not a huge fan of, but you know, it's kind of a nod to like Hermes Kellys and like that deconstructed like sloppy bag look that Mary-Kate Olsen kind of made trendy. I feel like this is a good kind of like take on that. It's like deconstructed, it's cool, it's canvas, so it's pretty durable as well, and you can buy them for really good deals. Now I bought mine from the boutique, so it was not cheap. It was actually over $4,000, but I do really like it, and it really is a really fuss-free, cool kind of bag. So I would suggest it for a first designer bag as well, particularly if you're not as into like logos and that sort of thing. Thanks for listening to my blabby video today. Let me know, what was your first designer bag? Because yeah, I remember my first dream designer bag was to get a Chanel mini, but yeah, then my taste changed and I started to like different bags, and you know, in like 20 years I might like even up, you know, completely different bags altogether. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys on my next one.